What's up? What's up? Okay, Kevin. I went live. I'm still trying to get my third rod out there in the water, but something definitely messed with rod number one. The first rod that's out there is the Big Cat Fever, so that's out there for art. The second rod is a different whisker seeker. That one's out there for Ernie. Wishing our friends could get well soon and go fishing. But yeah, something definitely tapped Art's rod. Just trying to get this third rig together here. Take me another couple minutes. One of my hands is a little shaky. I'm not low blood sugar. It's just I put a hook into one of my fingers when I was getting rod one ready. So yeah, that's real live fishing for you. But that's what you get for hurrying. You shouldn't hurry. Take your time, do things right. Don't stab yourself with your own hooks. I mean, this is all good advice, I'm telling you. Hey, did something hit rod two, or is that just the waves? What do y'all think? Two went pretty slack there, but I was looking down, I was baiting up this other hook. Oh, I think we got a player here on rod two. Come on, let's go, Ernie. Still there, still messing. Come on, fish. I'm putting my stuff away. I'm still paying attention, but you're there. I see you. Let's do this. about 3 ounces. He might be as big as my hook. That it's a drum or a little channel cat. All right, y'all. But we're not skunked. It's a little itty bitty channel cat. He didn't stick me. He's on. All right, well, at least we got something, but you know that we'd like to get something a wee bit bigger. Just a wee bit bigger than that one. Like 20 times bigger. Not being greedy, just being serious. But hey, that's Downtown Ernie Brown on the board. With a fantastic half-pound channel cat. He's not in the chat. Someone please send the man a message. We put him on the board. All right, now we'll get number 2 and number 3 out there. Let's go. Let's go. Your adoring fans are waiting. Art. One Ton Fishing Club. Let's go. You're up, man. Downtown Ernie Brown's on the board. Man, these rocks, they're gonna get me. They wanna get me, these rocks. Hope not. Hope not. Sweep off that chair. Let's look what we got here. Let's readjust ourselves. Uh-oh. Need a balancing rock. Come on, straighten it up. Oh, well, that's lovely. We already caught a little itty bitty baby, teeny tiny little channel cat for Downtown Ernie Brown. Well, let's change that vibe. Let's be more positive about this. Let's be more systematic. Let's imagine that we were boat fishing or bank fishing, and we had just decided we were going to take turns. So the first one went to Ernie Brown. So now the next fish, no matter which rod it's on, is going to be for Art. We have similar conditions to last night, although it is a little less windy, and it is just a couple degrees warmer. So here I am in the same spot trying to get the fish who soundly defeated me yesterday. And instead I've gotten their grandchild. But 3 baits in the water. Let's go. Josh, Ernie's still in the hospital that I know. He was having some problems. They were trying to, I believe, get his heart into a better rhythm. But he had still been popping into some live streams and saying hey, and Chrissy's there and letting him know when and if anyone's live. So last night I had some opportunities to catch 2 fish, and both of them eluded me. They were on there for just a few seconds, and then both of them got away from me. One of them chomped the boilie right off the hair. I mean, because the stopper was still there. The bait stopper was still in the hair rig. So, it felt heavy. You know, that deep bottom heaviness that a big channel cat can provide. And I know there's 20-pound channel cat in here. I've just never caught one. So, could have been a huge carp. I don't know. Felt more like a heavy big channel cat, but they won last night. Now we're here picking on the little ones. Art has COVID. He's not feeling well today. He's had it for a few days, but I chatted with him earlier on text messages. And so let's see if we can't catch big Artorius a fish. Art. 1 Ton Fish Club. As Lee Evans always says, that's copyrighted, that's patented, so you do have to provide reference to that when you borrow that one. Just throwing it out there. That goes for everybody. It is definitely warmer than it was yesterday. Not having much of a breeze. Little 2's tapping. Got a little taparoo again. Come on, fish, say when. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He is live from the hospital now. Oh, okay. Well, that's what y'all should do. You should go in there and give Ernie some good well wishes and let him know that I caught a little dink channel cat for him. Maybe later I'll try to get a screenshot, send it to him, and write "get well soon" on there. Get well soon. This is all I can catch because I just suck. But as a friend of ours says, the best way to not suck is to stop sucking. So here we are. We're trying. We're trying to catch fish. I did mess up though. I was supposed to let Dad know, and I was supposed to let Trish know if I was going to go fishing. And I still haven't found the remote to the Fire Stick at home, so there's that. But I downloaded the Fire TV app to Kristen's phone and to my phone, so now both of our phones can work as remotes. You just actually have to get up and turn the TV on, which really throws me back to the 80s. It's such a weird feeling, but it's okay. It's just one button. We can push one button for our TV viewing entertainment. So a little change to the equipment. Little change to the equipment. Oh, Kevin, did you see the dink catfish that we caught for Ernie Brown? Yeah, it tried to spike me there too, but I dropped it. It hit the rocks, but don't worry, there's plenty of green slime and such and other stuff there. So it had a cushioned landing and it swam away. We had a little taparoo on rod number 2 here. The first one and furthest away is a Big Cat Fever medium action. And I think I've named that rod Art. And then we have this one right here, and that's a Whisker Seeker medium action. And it doesn't really have a name. And then here I have a Green Surge medium light action Mad Catz rod, mainly because I wanted to see it on the screen again and see if it really shows up okay, or if this is the kind of light that, you know, it just doesn't look quite right in or whatever. So, as many of you know, I have a rod buying issue. So what I have done is lately, if it's the decent action that I could use and it's a different color, I'll just buy it just to see what it looks like on the screen. Hey, look, we might be back in the Channel Cat playpen there with rod number 2. So, ow, something bit me. Oh, what was that? Oh, fly. Oh, dude, what'd you do that for, man? That hurt. Now we can't be friends. And if I see you again, you're gonna play high five with me. Oh man, that hurt. I don't have a problem with it, Mike. Okay, don't know what you don't have a problem with, but I'm glad that we're still good. Um, yeah, I had to do the dishes and try to reclaim at least 3/4 of the sink, which I did. Made some cheeseburgers really fast. I also put some corn on the cob in there. Uh, Unloaded the dishwasher, loaded the dishwasher, washed some dishes by hand. When I stopped and picked up my kids at Nana Janice's, Tone was there. So then Tone asked me to drop something off for Grandpa because it was a big box and heavy and just kind of hard to get. It was even hard for me to get my arm around it. And, you know, this has nothing to do with the fact that my belly is big and round. Just the fact that my arm could have used being just a few inches longer. You know, nothing to do with the belly, nothing with roundness, nothing, just a short arm. So I got my arms around it. Lauren held the door open for me. Everything was cool. They were glad that they got to see Grandpa Lewis. And so I lost a little time there. We still hadn't found the remote, but I had the Fire TV app on my phone, so I paired it to the Fire Stick. And I got to tell you, I'll probably just use that thing anyway, because then I don't have to mess with remotes. But still lost. Kristen and Lauren looked much dismayed that I was once again going fishing. But, you know, sometimes you just don't ask. You just do it. And I wasn't asking today. Because last night I experienced what I experienced, and I just felt like giving it another immediate shot was probably what was best. Not just for our brothers out there who are feeling a little ill, not just for my shattered spirit, and all of the millions and millions of adoring fans, but also for the podcast and the millions and millions of fans that we have on the podcast, because all these experiences generate more thought, more to talk about, more to work through with Kevin or whomever else we invite on the podcast, you know, more to try to spark some comments, you know, get some feedback, get some interaction, you know. Read the chat, amigo. Yeah, Trish doesn't have a problem with my buying problem. Excellent. Excellent. back. Let's do this thing. Okay, yeah. Trish, I'll be here until sundown. So 9 o'clock. What's frijoles? Huh? Holy beans. What's up? Yeah, man. That's all it took, dude. I was on a rant, and some fly bit me, like on my right hand, dude. That was so foul. I can't believe it did that to me. I didn't deserve that. But if anything flies around me again, man, that's it. We're handing out high fives to anything that flies, unless it's a bee or a wasp, and then I got to run. But even Superman had his kryptonite. Well, mine is bee stings or wasps or hornets or whatever. So yeah, look at that. A couple minutes go by. Everybody should share this sucker out. Let's get this thing roll. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, if Trish comes out, it's gonna get real fast. Because I'm telling you, ain't no DNR guy gonna be around here. But I fell asleep one time. I'll be honest about it. I fell asleep, had a fourth and illegal line out in the water, and I paid my debt to society. I served my time as a catfish and carp outlaw, and I won't do it again. So legally, I can only have 3 lines out there, being out here solo e mio, and that's all we're gonna do. But that being said, ain't nobody gonna walk this far. It's just far enough to be too far, but not far enough for me and Trish. Not far enough for me and Trish. Okay, so I have changed the tactic. Everybody got your ears on? Huh? Put my face in front of nobody wants to see my face. I don't even want to see my face at home, man. Why you think I'm here? I fed them. They are bathed. They're okay. Everybody's safe. They're all inside. They don't really have to do anything. That's my function there. Anyway, so, well, if I put my face in front of the thing, then I don't know if I'll be able to read the chat, bro. What do you mean? Trust me. I don't know. I don't trust people who say trust me, even though it's you. Oh man. What's up, Susquehanna Stan? Hey man, one of my clients was saying that you were looking to strike up a one-on-one. So we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it off camera. But initially, I like the concept. It certainly has tremendous opportunity to have a very inspiring name to this contest. But as all contests goes, it comes down to timing, rules, what's really in it for who and why, So we'll have to see. But man, nothing's going on here. Nothing's going on here. I feel like I should move rod 1. It's been out there long. What's the time say? 25 minutes. 25 minutes is plenty long enough. I swear that something tapped it maybe within 2 minutes of it being down there, and it has not returned. So I'm thinking that we're going to reposition rod number 1 there. Let's give our millions and millions of adoring fans the opportunity to tell me, when I reposition this bait, you think I should creep a little bit left? You think I should go way left? And should I give it the full Alabama send? Because that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm kind of thinking that there's a nice little cove here off to my left. And I'm thinking that if I try to shoot that gap between this point and that point on the other side, that there's probably a chance that could be like a transportation lane, from how they get from here to there, Or I could be slightly overthinking this thing. Yeah. Yep. That's pretty funny. I mean, I think I'm funny. I'm probably the funniest guy on the live stream, but that's mainly because no one else is here. Maybe. Unless they are. Line 2's going slack ever so slightly. I usually like the sounds of that. Usually do. Okay, so you guys watch 2 and 3. I'm going to go move 1 because the big cat fever is not looking feverish at all. And it's been out there the longest time. We got to change that. These rocks would ruin, no doubt, man. I'm even walking on them, and I'm just like, man, these rocks are going to be the death of me. I got to be careful. I'm too old for that. And I'm not old, but I'm too old to fall on rocks. I told you guys to watch 2. Let's go, Art. This one's for Art. Came up to the top, but it's pretty shallow. Are we over 3? Yeah, we're over 3. Oh, what the heck was that? Dude, man, that was a nice move. I mean, if it were a different hook, you might have got away. Oh, we're out of camera, bro. You're supposed to be the star of the show, man. We got to get back in shot. Worst live streamer ever. Actually catches a nice fish, moves out of the camera. Okay, there we go. And rock on. Now we're back where we need to be. Good job, dude. What are you? Good fight out of you. Oh, not done. Oh, man. This one's got a big old notch on top of him. He might have been hit by a boat. No wonder he's so mad. He's got brain damage. Yep, you kicked the water into my mouth. Okay, you don't worry. Good hookup. We're going to put you back. We're going to put you back. You just got to show Art that he caught a carp. Hold on, dude. Hold on. Come on, man. You're making me look like a rookie in front of everybody. Yeah, he's got that notch on him. Up there. That's crazy. We're going to let you go, bud. Since we caught you for Art, we're going to call you Josh. Go, Josh. Go that way. That way, Josh. All right. Good job. All right, y'all. I got to tell you, I'm feeling pretty good just that we caught fish. I mean, are they big? No. Is it a flathead? No. Are we even targeting flatheads? No. But seriously, to target catfish and carp and to catch catfish and carp, hey, that's pretty cool. And I don't care if they're dinks. Well, that one wasn't dinky, but he wasn't big. But nice fighter. Good fight out of him. Nice fight out of him. Okay. Where's the secret bait? The secret bait that we told everybody about, so it's not a secret anymore. All right. 3 stands alone right now as we're working on getting these other ones back out there. Come on, 3, this is your chance. This is your time to shine, dude. How deep do you think it is out there? 13 and a half. Thank you. See what I was telling everybody? You got to be nice to the kayakers. They're fishermen too. And they can help provide you with information that you can't always know on the bank. I just hollered out there, hey, how deep do you think it is out there? And he responded that where he is right now is 13 and a half feet. Now that is great information. I thought it was a little bit deeper. So that means that I'm wrong. But that 13 feet for carp fishermen is still a really, really good depth. I firmly believe that all the carp that I've ever caught have been somewhere in the range of as little as 4 or 5 feet, or as much as 20 maybe, 20 maybe tops. Now it doesn't mean anything, I mean, or it could mean something, I don't know. But at least now we know. Now that being said, he is kind of right on where I was going to throw this rod, so I may have to wait because I don't want to be a jerk about it. But I also might not wait a minute because, you know, hey, I got limited amount of time here too. But if he's there, he might be there for crappies and wipers and bass. Usually where those fish are, there are catfish more than willing to eat them. So again, that could be a good thing. Could be nothing, could be something. I mean, you know. Get back to you just a second. And if you did notice, yeah, I did switch rods 1 and 2. Mainly because if all the action is coming in that area, I'd really like to catch a fish on that medium action. Big cat fever rod. I've caught several on these whisker seekers. I haven't caught too many on that yet. Man, even just walking around, these rocks are they're just everywhere. It's a good thing I'm not clumsy. I'm usually pretty deliberate about my actions, where I put my feet. Oh, hey, there's my hero. What's up, Maniac? How you doing, buddy? Well, we got that back out there. Yep, so far, 1 cat, 1 carp, nothing huge. Nothing huge. But be deliberate about showing us the fish home. Yeah. Yeah, when they aren't huge, I'm not all braggadocious about showing off the fish. But hey, you know, you're not the best live streamer in the business for no reason, Kevin. You know, we couldn't even tell what it was. You couldn't tell that that was a common carp named Josh? That's who he was. Common carp. Named him Josh. Caught him for art. How about that? That's a good story. We should write a story. Maybe a song. Maybe we should write a song. I know someone who can write songs. Line number 2 had an interesting... Hey, did you see that carp jump out there? They're there. They're there. Let's get them. Let's get them. Echoes. Echo. What? Ain't no second devices on here, Holmes. All we got's the one. Yeah, I know. I know. And both the fish I dropped. I mean, if anything, people are probably going to report me to PETA, and this live stream's going to be banished, and I'm going to get like some black mark against myself from YouTube. You know. Or not. I mean, or not. You know. Yeah, we got 1 little carp. He was a heck of a nice fighter. I should have named him Mike Tyson, but I didn't. Yeah, we got a carp, and we got a little dink channel cat. Trish threatened to come out here. We'll see if that happens. Little to no wind. Some angry, unprovoked fly bit my right hand, where I now have a little bump. It was unacceptable, aggressive. You know, I didn't instigate anything, but I will finish it if that fly comes back. And what's up, MT? 1 little dink channel cat and a little carp on the board. We're gonna have to move rod number 3. Rod number 3 hasn't seen any action at all. That's just sad times. We had caught 1 on the whisker seeker and 1 on the big cat fever. I don't know. I kept thinking that black... Oh man, yeah. I wear athletic pants, even if I should wear shorts, even if it's like hot enough I should wear shorts. I still wear athletic pants because I just don't want to get bit, get my ankles all tore up, and and I'm no small piece of candy either. I mean, I am a large human being, so there is plenty of flesh to go around for all those flies, and I just don't want to open up the buffet. So I'll wear jeans if I get a chance. If it's not too hot, but I rarely wear shorts. Oh yes, you're absolutely right, Kevin. But I am candy. Um, so candy sweet. That rod number two, that line's dropped down a little bit. In the carping world, we call that a drop back bite. Now, of course, it could just be that something moved around down there, or something may have moved it a little bit. But pay attention. This is carping. This is actually carp specific gear. It just so happens that it does catch channel cat left and right too, or it could just be that's our fishery here, and that's the way it's going to be. But I don't know. I don't know if I've caught a fish on that rod actually. Usually I fish with my Uncle Lou rods or whisker seekers. So the big cat fever has not seen much action. I think I have a medium heavy one of those too. I should sell that. I don't need medium heavy. I just need medium or medium light. Yeah, deet. Well, 1 and 2 have seen a lot of action. I don't think I've moved 3 at all. So I should get up off my lazy butt, end my break here, and move rod number 3, I think. Okay, let's see what we got here. That's right. Don't talk about it, be about it. Excellent. Excellent words to live by. So speaking of talking about it, since that's kind of my gift and curse, I believe 2 of these rods have the newer PC Fun. I think it's pronounced Auric, Auric, and I don't know if that's a made-up word or what. It sounds kind of made up, but that reel is probably somewhere in the, I don't know, $30 to $40 range, and it's a nice little reel. I believe it is all sealed up, so if you wanted to, you could use it for saltwater fishing. I would still say to hose it down after you did that, but it's all sealed up. It's black with some gold trim on it. It looks fantastic on an Uncle Lou's rod. It's looking okay on a Mad Catz and okay on a Big Cat Fever. I have not put it onto the Whisker Seeker, but over there on the Whisker Seeker is a KastKing Spartacus 2. Kind of like that because it's mostly silver, but it's got a black spool with a little red trim on it. So it can kind of go with several things. All of them decent reels in that $40 range, you know. You can use the code CAT18 if you're on PCFun.com. That helps support Kevin, which helps support the Real Deal podcast. Oh, the Death Star's up already. See it over there in the distance. That's no moon, that's a space station. Yeah, kind of interesting. Usually I have 3 or 4 different reels on me, and today I just happen to have the 2, which is fine. They're smooth. I like the drag ping on both of them. I think the Spartacus 2 is probably a little bit stronger overall, but then again, I haven't really had the Auric long enough to really winch it down or to have it help me battle a fish that's in the double digits, so I wouldn't truly know the total feel of it. Got some of my pack bait on my sunglasses. That's cool. Gotta get that off there. Can't see. There we go. Tonight I am at Saylorville Reservoir once again. My spots up at Big Creek just pretty much die off after May. It's really weird. I don't know. I haven't fished there long enough to know where the fish hang out after they leave hanging out where I know they hang out early in the spring. So I know that pretty much lets everybody know that I'm not a tremendous angler, but I also haven't put in a lot of time up there to really try to learn it. And it's really crazy because most of my spots up there are okay in the spring, and then they get overrun with that funky green vegetation down there. So then you really can't fish them from the bank. Not as effectively as you could if you were in a boat. You could get over top and avoid some of that stuff. But it is what it is, and it's fun while it's fun. And then after that, we come down here and we try to follow one of these main channels down here in the reservoir. Try to see if they're up, over, this, that, whatever. West Bridge at Red Rock. I don't know. You know, I go to Red Rock, but usually I just follow. So I would say I don't know it super well on my own. And now having the two little ones with, usually you just got to go to the place that's like flattest and safest and easiest. And this year at Red Rock, it was wicked hot. It was like 95 every day. So that sucked. And they went to the water park in Pella a couple days instead of fishing, which is totally fine. And they're little kids. Have some fun. Have some fun. Enjoy that vacation. And I went fishing. I mean, I just went out there, sweat some weight off, and caught a few. But they do have some nice channel cats in there. It seemed like whenever we ran into them, we didn't catch anything that was like under 3 pounds. You know, they were all like maybe 3 to 8. So that was nice. We didn't fish the dam. We didn't try for any flatheads when we were down there. We should have, but we didn't. Threw the cast net quite a bit trying to find bait. That wasn't so successful. Come on, fish. We're waiting on the fish. Waiting on a takedown. Not a fake down, a takedown. Still only see my truck back there. So Trish may not have made the drive up. It is a little bit further away from her. I can get here in about half the time that it takes Trish to get here. And I can get here in about a third the time that it takes my dad to get here. So good for me, not so good for them. And when I don't even let them know that I'm showing up, you know, that pretty much takes away any potential time. But Dad was going to physical therapy today, so he might be wore out. Hopefully they give him some good exercises so that way he can work on those little chicken legs he's got now. Cause he's still a big dude. I mean, I'm sure he will find his way back up to, 220 or more probably, and go from there. But hopefully he'll stay in good health, and hopefully this will be a way to keep him at 220 or 240 instead of being at 320 or 340. So let's look to the positive of all this. There has to be some positive, by God. By gosh, there has to be some positive. You know, when nothing's biting, this does give me a chance to talk about fishing dementia, which is a real thing. It's like you sit there and you stare at the rods and you can just like see them moving and you think that there's something there, but it's not. It's just your imagination. Oh Lord, 4 people walking up around the bank. Some lady keeps looking and she's like digging for stuff over there, or searching around and checking stuff out. She was here last night too. There was a real nice couple that I walked past on my way to this spot. They had a dog that was like a little Australian shepherd mutt looking kind of dog. And about 30, 40 feet away from them, the lady's like, "You're not trying to walk past us, are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go fish over there." She's like, "Oh, be careful, because our dog is real protective of us." I said, "Your dog's not gonna bark at me." I said, "It's gonna feel the positive energy and the love that I have for dogs, and it's just not even gonna care about me." And she's like, "Well, maybe." I was like, "Watch." And sure enough, I walked right past him, smiled, just kept my head down, just kept walking past him. That dog didn't even look at me. Plus the fact that it's playing in the water with a toy with the husband. It's like, nah, that dog doesn't care. That dog doesn't care that I walked 20 feet away from you. Although it should, but it didn't because it had its toy. It was having fun. You know, that's what dogs do. Dogs know. That's right, Buggy. Dogs know. Dogs know when you have that dog lover's heart. They feel that. They know that. That's how dogs read stuff. They read energy. They read vibe. They can feel that. Line 2 is moving ever so slightly. Probably not a fish. It's probably dementia. Fishing dementia. How's it going?
Good. Actually, a beautiful night for August, huh?
Yep. We need more of these.
Anything biting?
2 have bit so far.
That's good news.
Yep, I got them. That dude's wearing a cowboy hat. Makes me jealous. I need a cowboy hat. He's the one who's got the most sun off of him right now. I did buy a different hat, and it was kind of a breathable material, kind of a bucket hat, but kind of not. Maybe kind of like half bucket, maybe just like half of like a outdoorsy kind of hat, you know, a little bit bigger maybe. Still haven't worn it. It's in the truck, but I haven't worn it. I put it on at the store, and it was $9. So I was like, yep, we'll take that. I don't know. Line 2's moving a little bit there. There was a little drop and a little up. And that was definitely not away, but ever so slightly not enough to move the rod. So let's keep that little bit of information in our short-term attention span, or whatever we call that. Short-term memory. Hopefully that'll turn into something. Poor rod 3, still nothing. Come on, dude. That was where one of the big ones hit last night, I think. Some kids are either playing or drowning down the way. Oh, bring it on, Mexigato. As I hiccup. Bring it on, I'm not scared. Nope, still no other vehicle over there. At this point, if Trish shows up, she will show up for minutes of fishing, so I'm willing to bet she's not. Hope she's not. That would be a long way to drive and less time to fish than drive, even one way. Man, we lost 2 real nice ones yesterday. And now we got 2 dinks today. Come on, where's the big fish? We want the grandpa. Yeah, that second line dropped quite a bit. And it still dropped. Come on, fish. Maybe I should use a more loving voice. Hey there, fish. I know you're out there. Oh man, I just saw a turtle. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. We don't need turtles. We need fish. Hey there, fish. Just so you know, there's a turtle out there. So maybe we should just get to it before the turtle comes and takes your stuff, man. Eat it up before the turtle. That was a rather healthy looking turtle head too. That is not cool. I'm a pretty effective and accurate angler when it comes to hooking turtles, sadly. Sadly as it may be, but yeah, not a fan. As I've said before too, sometimes the dropping of the line is a fish. Sometimes it's the pack bait coming off of the spring sinkers that I use. So then there's less weight holding it down. Sometimes it moves around because there's less weight there. You never know. But hopefully something will start striking that line and then we'll know. Carp are can be a very patient fish. They can sit there and suck on something for an hour and you just barely ever notice them. And then sometimes they just hammer it. Next thing you know, you're worried your rod's going to go in the water. Or it does, and you lose a rod. So don't ever set them down. Get yourself some good rod holders. That's right. And then we have our imagination, which is a positive thing at times. When it goes a little bit darker into desperation, you know, that's where we develop fishing dementia. We start seeing things as we want them to be, not necessarily just as they are. Like when people catch a fish and they say that it's 10 pounds all day, and it's really not. You know, some people catch 3-4 pound fish and they're like, yeah, it's 5. It's like, well, that's kind of close, but it's also, you know, it's also 20 to 40% variance in the actual weight versus what you're projecting it at. So, you know, no, I'm not at CG. I am at Oak Grove, and I have walked about 500, 600 yards down the bank to the left. But hey, if you're at CG, fish it. Fish it. Oh, well, I am north further than you can see. You can see to the point, Trish. And then there's a cove that bends back to the east. And then, and I'm on the other side of that cove. So yeah, I was only going to go to CG if Dad was going to go. And I never heard from him, and then I didn't contact him. I just got out the door like 20 minutes later than I did yesterday. So that's why my communication was non-existent and terrible. I thought you said you didn't have bait. You come up with some bait? You got some lines in the water? So basically, Trish is probably fishing, I don't know, 800 yards or more south of me. So if you come to the next location and walk down, it's easier than fishing where Trish is at, which is where we usually fish, and walk up. It's a shorter distance. So, although they close these gates sooner than they close the gates over where Trish is at, I do believe. I believe they close over there at 10, and over here they close at 9. So, man, see, there's that line. It just keeps dropping. So, you know, Kevin could be absolutely right. I could have been imagining that whole thing. Or the fish could have just been slowly moving the bait. I don't know, but we're about to find out because that bait just went out a lot, and that's not wind. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Let's do this. Bend that rod. Bend that rod. Let's do this. Come on, fish. We got a hook waiting for. Oh, wait. I didn't say hook. Take that bait. Take it on home. Take it home. Or it's the turtle. That could be the turtle. It could be a turtle. I saw a turtle. I have not seen a turtle resurface. Nope. not moving very much. It could still be a turtle. It's moving slow though. Slow and strong. Moved over here just like the other one did. Oh, it's all sunny. I can't see anything. No, it's a fish. That's a big fish. That's a big mad fish. Maybe he's not super big. Oh my God. He chucked us, y'all. Maybe he was bigger and stronger than I thought. Goodness. Wow. This is the hook that I hooked myself with when I was getting the stuff ready. It's a Gamakatsu hook. I bled all over the place. What's going on with this line? Why is that all slack? Wow. I saw it, y'all. Had a nice dorsal fin. It was probably double digits. It was a carp. Well, there's got to be a snag point there. Because I had something on that hook too. And it just went to that same exact spot and popped off. So there's something there that they can chuck us off on. Smart fish, gotta love it. Gotta hate it because I want to show you some fish, but you gotta love that they're that smart. Because they certainly are. That one brought that all in, made that all slack, swam right in there into that snag point. Well, I still feel a little bit defeated. fish, don't I? Fishing on credit. Little ones must have got that. Well, let's see what else I can do wrong today. Ooh, nice surfacing action there. Come on, fish. We got buffet out there for you. Tell me something, too. All right. We're back out there. We are back out there, all three ready to go. I think I saw a little bit of shenanigans going on with rod number 2. We always go 1, 2, 3. We are running out of time, folks. We got a half hour. We got 30 minutes to bingo. And then I got to walk back up there and get out before they shut the gate on me. Another kayaker out there doing that kayak thing, living that kayak life. Snack time, that's right. Yeah, I'm a big dude, Jody. I don't know. Some people have called me 6'1" to 6'3", just depending on which convenience store I happen to be leaving at the time, but I'm really 6'1". But we met. You saw that I was no little tiny dude. Oh, rod 2, little drop back action. Did you see it? The line went loose a little bit. Well, you might not be able to see the line. My bad. I'm the battery guy, but I don't have a battery myself and black light. But I am totally leaning forward and getting ready to stand up because come on, fishy. Rod 2's ready for you. We have a fantastic hook with some delicious Del Monte corn for you. Yes, Del Monte corn, the best. The best corn. I don't know if it's from Iowa, but it's good corn. Could be made in Mexico. I don't know. Could be canned there. Could be corn sent from Iowa and Canada. I don't know where. It could be from Illinois or Indiana. But all I know is that it's really good corn, so it's not from Nebraska. Yep, I said it. I'm throwing it out there. Hate on it if you wish, but nope, not a fan of Nebraska corn or their football team. Oh, well, thank you for that compliment. We were just discussing earlier how it is that I try not to make myself too appealing a piece of candy to all the biting flies that seem to torture all of us during the summertime. But one of them bit me right in the hand earlier. I'm still upset. It's emotionally damaging. It's thrown off my game. It's thrown off the live stream. There's a carp jumping 3 feet from the bank. We are a hot mess. But come on, fish, give us a chance at one more. Let's end the stream with another fish, or give us a shot anyway. Give us your best shot. Oh, was that number 1 jiggling ever so slightly? I don't know. Could be dementia. Whoa, something's definitely moving in the water. It's very, very shallow here as it gets closer. Very shallow. It almost makes me want to fish this from a different angle. It's so shallow. Every fish that I have the good fortune to hook here anymore, I'm going to try to get it to the top as quickly as I can so I can get a look at it, and I'm going to try to control the head of the fish more. I played with that last one just to give him a little bit of a chance, and sure enough, he wrapped me around something and took off. So there may be a log or something right there not too far off of shore, because he wrapped me around something and all I felt was ping, bye-bye. Actually, he didn't even say bye. It was terrible. It was terrible. Illinois, Washington, and Wisconsin. That's where Del Monte corn is from. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, we also are fans of the frozen corn. I have corn right off the cob from here in Iowa. It is a delicious sweet corn. It is known here as peaches and cream. It was free, and last night the carp enjoyed it. Well, they could be catfish, I should say that. The fish enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to see the fish, but they did enjoy it. All right, 24 minutes to bingo. We got to do something here, fish. For the millions and millions of adoring fans out there watching the live stream, come on. Show us what you got. Now would be an appropriate time for y'all fish to show us what you got. Did Trish say if she threw lines out into the water? I would have to think that she would at least have some kind of bait on her. Night crawlers or something. That's what my buddy fishes with when he's here. He fishes with night crawlers. So he'll catch drum and bluegill and channel cat and carp. I was really hoping to get a little bit more time in here, but I just couldn't get out any sooner yesterday or today. And I'd really like to give it a shot, but then I had some shad in the freezer. I have some bluegill in the freezer, but I didn't grab any. So that's my bad. You never know. You can bust them up with some shad in Iowa. That's for sure. And the rest of the time, if they aren't eating shad, they're eating bluegill. So I could have gone about this all the wrong way. But when the catfish started spawning, I decided that I would try to focus more on carp. I actually hadn't done much and focused on carp since maybe last May, maybe even last April. So I rededicated myself to that like a month ago because let's face it, I suck, you know. I mean, if you fish as many times as I fish and you go live as many times as I go live and I can't even catch a channel cat for y'all very often, that's just not so good. So we had to go back. We had to go back to the beginning. Try to rebuild ourselves, rebuild our confidence. Start back at the beginning. Give it another go. Whoa, I think 3 actually moved a little bit. Maybe like a frog bumped into it or something, jumped up and like drop kicked a rod or something. I mean, surely it's not an actual fish. Come on now. What are we doing here? And if it is, that happens to be the hair rig that 2 fish have just come right off of. Nearly unbelievable, but true. The other 2 rods, one of them has an octopus hook on it, and it's probably a 3/0, maybe a 3/0 octopus hook. And the other one has a 6/0 Sweeper K by Whisker Seeker. And for whatever reason, I'm telling y'all, that just seems to be the fish catching hook for me. Maybe it's how I hold my hands. Maybe it's how I reel the rod. Maybe it's because it's a spinning rod, not a casting. I don't know. But that hook is a lovely design and highly effective. Yeah, we got Tom Arnold. We got Ashton Kutcher. We got isn't like Michelle Moynihan? Isn't she from here also? Maybe from like Davenport. We got Seth Rollins, the WWE superstar. Big E played football at Iowa, although I believe he's from Florida. And beyond that, I mean, how do you top James T. Kirk? That's right, Jeep. That's right. Fictional character or not, that is epic. Epic. That's right. That's right. Didn't he say he was from, is he from Riverside, Iowa? Can't remember. Dad should know. He's a huge Star Trek fan, just like myself. But that's his enterprise. I came in and the Next Generation, that series took off when I was in 7th grade and went through high school. So that's the kind of geek that I am. Star Wars geek, Star Trek, Star Trek geek as well. Gotta love it. Geeks unite. Play bar trivia. Go with my brother-in-law because he's like the Jedi archives. He just holds it all in there. Okay, so something definitely tapped number 1, something definitely tapped number 2, and I know number 3 had been tapped. So we got 19 more minutes, and it's still tap, 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 roo. Come on, fish. Do it. You are here. Take it. Take it a little further. Take it a little further. Are you sure that we sliced bread? I thought like one of the first computers or computer chips was at like Iowa State University too, but James Tiberius Kirk. That's about as good as it gets right there. I mean, it couldn't be any better if Spock were from here, you know. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. $18 fish, just saying. Then we gotta take the walk and get through the gate. I think last night I made it through the gate with somewhere between like 2 and 4 minutes to spare. But I don't think that I should test it. Can't see the sun anymore. It's still over there. I bet all that corn is off of that second rod. Corn, you know, they can peck it off of there. They really can. Especially if it's a school of hungry bluegill. They're like corn ninjas. You won't even see it. Yep, there's a fish out there. There's another fish out there. But they aren't out there where the baits are. That's crazy how shallow that water. Maybe there's a drop off, who knows, but it's really shallow, like 10 foot off the bank. And there those fish are, surfacing. Pretty fascinating, actually. Oh, wow. Oh, rod number 1 definitely moved there. Did you see it? I didn't see it. I just saw it like shaking. There was like some birds that flew by. Anybody see if that hit the line? No, can't see the line because this guy doesn't bring any lights. Yeah, walked right back into that one. And that's either a fish or a turtle out there in front of what is rod number 1. That was definitely a carp. Very small carp. He was fully out of the water. His re-entry needs a little work. We're gonna give him a 7.2 for that one. He's only judged favorably because he did completely leave the water. And there he is again. Gonna score that one a 6.1. Getting sloppy, my friend. You're getting sloppy. Getting sloppy. Take your time, man. Strive for excellence. You don't have to just jump to jump. Make it worth it. It's your moment to be an artist. Okay, that time I definitely saw number one messing around. And that right there is probably the smallest carp I've ever seen jump out of the water. He happened to do a half twist and almost did a complete backflip. So we're gonna give him a 9.3. That's gonna be tough to beat. That is gonna be tough to beat. Even the Russian judge would have scored him favorably. Completely out of the water. Little half gainer, so to speak. I don't know what that means, but swimming people use these words like this, so I'm trying to sound like them. That being said, 13 minutes, still hoping for a fish. Come on now, fish. Give us a shot. Take your best shot. It's just you versus the hook, really. I mean, because I'm not going to get up and run on these rocks, so you got time to mess with it and get away. That's more than fair. That's about as fair can get. And certainly more fair than I usually am about anything. So, that being said, let's go. Take your shot. Oh. Starting to get hungry too. I ate some chips before I came up here just because I figured I wasn't going to be here all that long anyway, and then I go home, and usually Leia doesn't eat all of her cheeseburger. So I probably have part of a leftover nibbled on cheeseburger from Leia. Unless Lauren came along and ate it, which happens. So, oh yeah, the banana and the frosted flakes. Oh yeah, that's just like a taste of America right there. All right, looking at you, rod number one. Looking at you, rod number two. 3. Position number 3 just hasn't been too active tonight. Thinking when I come back, I'm going to set up slightly more to the left. But that being said, there is definitely a hot spot in the middle here. But I see a lot of activity by that cove. So I'm going to have to shoot the distance over there. Hey, what's up, man? I'm going to have to shoot the distance on that cove at some point just to give it a shot. And that being said, since I don't really know how deep it is, and this could be a good spot to use a big baba. A big baba. Float a piece of cut shad this way, that way. You never know. You never know until you know. And even then, when you think you know, it changes. 10 minutes. I think my watch was looking something up. It must have thought I was talking to it, which I was not. I was not speaking to you, smartwatch. So the first and the second rods have a form of a hook on them. They're not circle hooks. They're other designs with corn directly on the hook. This rod, the Big Cat Fever rod, I stuck with the boilie, pineapple boilie. All of them have pack bait, but I stuck with the pineapple boilie, and it was the one that did have the bigger of the carp on it tonight, which I lost. But you know, it's a new spot. I didn't know there was a snag point there. And then two fish showed me, hey, bud, there's a snag point over here, and we're going to use it to get away. So, you know, like they say, you know, you live and you learn. That's okay. That's good. I learned quite a bit tonight. Still enjoying this spot. Definitely some activity here. It's not nearly as clean and clear as further south down the bank, but that could be interesting. Because yesterday I felt as though the two fish were big, heavier, and very smart, and they certainly took a long time to take off with the bait. I I credit that as well to being a very wise fish. But I didn't get to see them. We didn't get to see them. We didn't get to show them off. So we need to return here. My buddy always fishes in the morning, and it just so happened that, you know, he said there was a fish this big. So I figured it was worth a few shots. But the rest of the week, I will not be coming out here during the evening. Probably going to encourage Kristen to set up a dinner date or something, or maybe she can take one of our girls out for dinner tomorrow night, and then the other girl out for dinner the next night. They can get some separate mom time, or maybe we all go one night or whatever. But definitely going to have to turn it towards more family orientation the next couple evenings. Friday night trivia is back, so that means I'll go to trivia, excuse me, and eat some hot wings. We were a little rusty last Friday night, you know, it happens. Little ring rust. We still had fun. We had a good time. And a couple of our heavy hitters weren't there, so it is what it is. It is what it is, but as long as you always enjoy it, you know. I was listening to a show earlier, and some of the show started talking about the difficulties of guide fishing and the challenges of that, and also of tournament fishing, which I haven't done any tournament fishing. But what I will say is that you know, you got to enjoy it. You know, even that these fish, you know, getting loose of my rigs and making me look foolish live, I don't mind it at all, really. You know, I've learned quite a bit, and you're not going to catch them all. And I started thinking about the rig, the size of the hook, whether I would want it to be smaller or whether I would want it to be bigger. Today I changed that. I changed the rig on two of them, changed the tactic. It's still similar, yet very different. And we did catch fish. So that's pretty cool. A good turn of events. And either way, you know, that's the cool thing about going live when you're fishing. You got someone to talk to, even though you really don't have anyone here to talk to. The lady down the bank looks like she finally took off, and it's 5 minutes to bingo, 5 minutes to leave, and I'm just sitting here, you know, watching these fish, what they're doing, where they're at, watching the lines, watching, the behavior, watching how they're biting, how they're not biting, whatever. Throwing the bait into different positions, trying to learn the spot. Got snagged up once yesterday. That's what pushed me just a little bit further down the bank here. And totally forgot about getting snagged up there. And then sure enough, these fish get me snagged up closer to the bank, but still in that general vicinity. So always thoughtful or mindful, whatever you want to say. Whenever a fish brings the line towards you, you got to think, why are they doing that? And I don't usually want to horse a fish and overdo it, because then you put too much tension. You could, oh, that rod too is bouncing. Oh, that line is thumping. Come on. We got time. We got 3 minutes. Come on. Come on, rod two. Give the people what they want. Give them one more. All right, I'm going to pull rod three out of here, but y'all watch rod two. I'm going to watch rod two as well. That was some bouncing. That was some effort. Come on, fishy, fishy. You did everything but move the rod. I saw it. It was good. It was a good effort. Not quite enough. If that was all that you had, we're going to need a little bit extra. We're going to need a little bit more. We need a little bit more effort out of you. All right, got to turn my back to it. Go for it, fish. This is your chance. This is your moment. Nope, can't do it. Both my hands are busy. This is your chance. Come on, fish. I'm at my most vulnerable. And there's a lot of gnats out here. As soon as that sun goes down so far, they are just there. Woo! They are there. Very pretty. 1 minute, gotta pull them out. I think that one's pretty flat. I'm gonna leave that one for last. think you dinky. Or you brought it in and you got me all snagged up and I just can't tell. Oh, either way, we're out of time, fish. This is it. This is it. We gotta reel you up, man. Nope. Nothing there. Nothing there but a little bit of pack bait and a bare hook. Guy with cornmeal dough ball all over his pant leg. Well, that will be it, folks. Show's up, party's over. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's what they say. Well, what they say in the song. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for giving it a shot. We got a little baby carp and a little baby catfish. Well, he wasn't a baby carp. He was a nice carp. But now I gotta make it out before they shut the gate. So we will catch you all in the next live stream.